From the Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada. Are you ready? Ladies and gentlemen.
This is Roz and Mocha.
It's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno Mars.
This is Selena Gomez.
The Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
Mocha. Roz, you guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow! You just won $1,000.
That's amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man. This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Mocha.
Yeah.
You ready?
Uh-huh.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Taylor Swift's longtime publicist is shutting down a rumor that she was actually married to Joe Alwyn. So yesterday, her rep, Tree Payne. It's a
Hold
great
on,
name.
what?
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Best name ever.
Yeah, Tree
What?
Payne. Yeah, I don't know.
Spell the first name?
Tree.
Fire.
Tree Payne?
Yeah.
What does T-Pain think about that?
I don't know. I don't know. So I guess there's an anonymous Instagram account called Deux Mois.
Oh my God, I love that account.
For real?
Where
I
they
follow them
shared
all the time. They got like enough rumors.
celebrity gossip and all that other stuff.
Yes.
But the rumor was that they actually was a marriage, and the ceremony happened sometime between 2020 and 2021. Taylor's rep said, "Enough is enough with these fabricated lies about Taylor from Deux Mois.
I don't
There
know.
was never a
They're
marriage
pretty factual.
or ceremony of any kind. This is an insane thing to post. It's time for you to be held accountable for the pain and trauma you cause with posts like this."
Who,
referring
Dumois?
to Dumois.
Yo, leave them alone. I love that account. They're hype.
I've never even seen
What
that
does
account
Dumois
before.
mean?
They got podcasts and everything. Yo,
I know.
2
It's like
million
a
followers.
whole organization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah. I mean, that's why. I mean, Taylor's, rep is not going to comment on just some schlub, right? You got to be like at the Dumois level.
Yeah, like, listen, they're a good account.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Corey Perry has finally released a statement
Oh, what
after he
happened
got
now?
fired from the Blackhawks, and everybody thought that he was stumping poor Connor Bedard's mom and all that nonsense, and nobody said anything. None of these insiders came to the defense of Connor Bedard.
Poor kid. I know.
They all know what happened with Corey Perry, but everybody's protecting Corey Perry instead of this poor kid. So Corey Perry's statement: "I would like to sincerely apologize to the entire Chicago Blackhawks organization, including ownership, management, coaches, trainers, employees, and my teammates. I would also like to apologize to my fans and my family. I'm embarrassed that I've all let you down. As a result of my actions, there has been speculation and rumors. I am sickened by the impact this has had on others." This is a little late, Corey Perry.
Yeah.
"And I want to make it clear that in no way did my situation involve any of my teammates or their families," which is the exact same line that they released from the Blackhawks organization. "Most importantly, I want to directly apologize to those who have been negatively affected, and I am sorry for the additional impact to others it has created. My behavior was inappropriate and wrong. I have started working with experts in the mental health and substance abuse fields to discuss my struggles with alcohol, and I will take whatever steps necessary to ensure this never happens again. I hope to regain the trust and respect of everyone who has believed in me throughout my career. Once again, I'm deeply sorry." But the weird thing is that if it was alcohol related, why in normal situations they go into the player assistance program, but they didn't. So this can't just be alcohol related. It has to be something else. Something
Also,
has to have happened.
I don't know. For whatever the guy's going through, sure. Okay? Sympathize. But if you're going to release a statement like that, obviously those weren't your words.
No.
Right? Like,
No.
the right thing to do would be to apologize to Connor and his mother at the very beginning and say their names. I would like to apologize to Connor Bedard.
I agree.
And to his mother, and for everything, because that has been the story from the beginning.
I know.
Not all this BS about my teammates, and those that it affected. No, it affected Connor Bedard and his mother, and that's who you need to apologize for.
But if you apologize for that specifically, do you acknowledge those roots? Is that why you hide away from that? Because then you acknowledge it.
No, but you have to. There's no avoiding that is the story, because that was the only story that was told.
I don't think you can say their names though when you're doing this kind of thing. I agree with you. I just don't think nobody would advise him to actually go head on
Which is
to
why
that rumor, because he didn't start the rumor. right? Like, that's the thing. I understand if he was fed into it or retweeted or liked even one tweet, right? God, would you imagine that? He got drunk one night and just started liking all the tweets.
Because some of them are really bad.
Bro, most of them are horrific.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Where are we here? Oh, this is a great story. So apparently, Richard Pryor, who passed away in 2005.
Legend,
still owes Eddie Murphy money.
Don't tell me Eddie's going after Pryor's estate now.
Could you imagine?
So I guess there was a dedication when Eddie Murphy released his album years ago. There was a dedication that said, "To Richard Pryor, my idol, with whom I have a $100,000 bet. No MFer, I didn't forget." So here is Eddie Murphy with Jimmy Kimmel discussing exactly what this $100,000 is all about.
To Richard Pryor, my idol, with whom I have a $100,000 bet. No mother effer, I didn't forget. What was the bet with Richard Pryor?
When I told him I was doing a music album, he bet me $100,000 that I wouldn't put out a music album where there's no jokes or nothing. It's just all music. He said, "You'll never do it." And I bet him $100,000. And I did it, and he never paid me.
He never paid you?
Never paid me.
Did you ask for the money?
I never brought it up. We did a movie. We did Harlem Nights afterwards. I never said anything. But he owed me.
Do you remember when Eddie released his album, 1985?
This is the only song I know from it. Because DJ Climax plays it every now and then.
Yeah. I think that all you need is one hit, though. When you're an Eddie Murphy, right?
Think about where he was at also his movie career at that time as well, right?
Oh, he was like the biggest star.
So good.
How could you not collect on the money?
He was loaded.
Oh, diamonds on your finger.
Right?
Rick James in this one.
Yeah.
Rick James produced it.
You're right.
It was Rick James that produced this track.
Party all the time, party all the time, party all the time.
So good.
So he's not going after the Pryor
What's
estate.
he going to go talk to Pryor?
A bet's a bet, dude. You got to collect.
No.
Pryor to them grandkids?
Didn't Richard Pryor set himself on fire doing cocaine one night?
Really?
What was that story? He was in a car. I don't know what the hell happened to Richard Pryor, but Richard Pryor was like legend. Like, he was an animal, Richard Pryor. Like one of the funniest men ever walked the face of the earth. But that guy was like,
he lived the life.
He lived the life. Yeah. So anyway, R.I.P. Richard Pryor from back in 2005, but also Eddie Murphy, R.I.P. to your $100,000.
Facts.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Well. Hey, Beyonce released a new track. Did you know this?
Fire.
It's called, My House. Mm-hmm. I listened to a little bit of it. Sounds real great.
Can I play? There's two parts I want to play.
Yeah.
If that's okay.
Yeah.
The spoken word part.
I will always love you, but I'll never expect you to love me when you don't love yourself. Let's heal the world. One beautiful action at a time. This is real love.
It's a little bit chaotic,
This is real.
but follows the same kind of same flow as the album. Her latest.
I like the
album.
other part better.
Yeah, this part right here.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Woo! Yeah, this part.
So dirty.
Me and my thug babe gon' slide tonight. Call a paparazzi, ain't got clips to hide tonight. Cash out this plane, call the rain. Then take me to Tiffany, I want 44 carats on my things.
Yes.
I want pink diamonds
Man,
on my
this
belly
song
chain
right
and
here.
my nipple rings. I'm grabbing brains, tipping sideways on this candy paint. One saving in money, tonight we gon' ball out.
Right?
You can catch me high side and drinking brown liquor till I fall out.
Yes, Beyonce.
I love that.
Queen Bee.
It's awesome.
That's amazing. That song's called My House, by
It's
the way.
not in the movie, just so you know.
Oh, it's not?
No.
Oh. That's weird that she releases a song on the same day the movie comes out that's not actually in the movie, but whatever. You do your thing. She knows better than I do.
She's the queen.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hugh Grant in the new Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I guess it's not Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The new Wonka movie with Timothée Chalamet.
Why? Just say Timothy.
Why? No, the man's name is Timothée. We all know that.
The way you spell it.
With an accent you say it like Timothée.
No, you say Timothy.
No, you say Timothée Chalamet because it rhymes, right? It's not Timothy Chalamet. It's Timothée Chalamet. Or Chalaslay.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, my God.
So he's Wonka from the Charlotte Factory?
No.
Is that what's going to involve, too?
No, he's not Wonka. He's Oompa Loompa.
Hugh Grant.
So how did Hugh Grant wind up as an Oompa Loompa in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Timothy, is Hugh Grummudgeon? Would you describe him that way?
No, I think Hugh is secretly vulnerable and looking for affection.
Yes.
Yeah. Hugh, this role you have such a storied career. Why was it time to get into the orange face paint, the green outfit, and be an Oompa Loompa? What went into this choice for you?
Well, look, this is what I get offered these days. I'm in the freak show phase of my career. I do baddies, psychopaths, weirdos, perverts, and now Oompa Loompas.
You do not play perverts!
I threw that in.
Yeah, I was going to say, what was that?
I've just been offered the part of an orangutan as well.
Oh, fabulous.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see it.
Right, now he's going to get all the perv roles thrown at him. Hey, heard you're interested.
He was sort of played a pervert in that show he was in with Nicole Kidman, though, right? That great TV show. Remember that show? How great that show was? Did you watch
Which
that?
one? No?
Yeah. It was a one-season murder mystery kind of thing.
Very good.
Oh, so good.
The Undoing.
The Undoing. You didn't watch The Undoing?
Yeah.
Bro. Oh, my God. That's a great
Undoing.
show.
It sounds familiar.
Oh, so
Did
good.
he play her
Kidman?
husband?
Yeah.
What happened?
Nicole Kidman. It's
sounds familiar.
It's a murder mystery. What do you mean, what happened?
Solid
What do I
mystery.
need to say?
What platform is this on?
I guaranteed Roz doesn't even remember what
I
happened.
do remember.
Liar.
I remember.
What happened?
Somebody was died, right?
Somebody was died?
Yeah, he's so shocked right now.
Okay. Somebody was killed.
Somebody was died.
Okay. Somebody was killed.
Uh-huh.
And there's a mystery behind it of who did it.
Who did it? Roz, who did it?
That I'm not going to say, but I fully remember who did
this
it.
you won't spoil, but everything else you will.
Well, yeah, sure, why not? I don't know. I liked it. I only spoil things I don't like. I told you.
It's true.
McDreamy dies in a car accident.
I knew that was coming. You know that?
She said.
You want to see the hell that I go through in my house before we get to the rest of the news here? You know,
Sure.
I told you if I fall asleep on the couch, Catherine just grabs my phone and starts snapping pictures of me. So the next day I wake up and there's a whole photo shoot of me doing embarrassing things on the couch the way that I fall asleep. Do you want to see how I fell asleep last night?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. Here's what was on my phone this morning. Ready?
Oh my God. Bro. Like, honestly, I would just go to the bed. Like, why do you do... Can you show everyone, please?
I don't know how I fell asleep that way. I don't remember doing any of that.
Is that a cat that's on the laying on your legs?
Yeah. That's my cat that's on my lap.
Oh my God.
Shut up, Maria.
On? Is that your arm?
No.
Honestly,
It's around your neck.
A blanket?
Oh.
But why is the blanket
And
around
what's
your
on
neck
your
like
chest?
like
A
a
pillow?
scarf?
I fell asleep in my apron.
But why is the blanket across your... Like, you're wearing it like a scarf as opposed to covering yourself with a blanket.
I guess I needed to be like comfortable or something. I'm not
You
sure.
know what it
I'm
looks
not
like?
sure what was
An
going
airplane
on.
pillow?
A burrito.
What's under the cat?
That's what it really looks like.
And then because the cat comes and sleeps on me when my feet are on the table, and then so I wake up all sweaty. And it's not a good thing when I finally go to bed. Like I stumble and it's not good. Anyway.
Sweaty burrito. Ew.
Shut up.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Will Tom Holland be back for Spider-Man 4?
Has to be.
Will there be a Spider-Man 4?
Has to be.
Tom Holland said, all I can say is that we have been actively engaging in conversations about what it could potentially look like for a fourth rendition of my character. This is what he told Collider. Whether or not we can find a way to do justice to the character is another thing. I feel protective over Spider-Man. I won't make another one for the sake of making another one. It will have to be worthwhile for the character. So that doesn't sound like he's too confident to me.
Bro, if they don't make another Spider-Man,
Yeah.
like the MCU is screwed.
Yeah. People are saying that they want all three of them back again, that they should do another with the three of them, with Tobey Maguire and Andrew
No,
Garfield.
I think that'd be a mistake.
You know, with
They
the way,
just need to
the
start
way
making new characters. How many Spider-Mans are you going to do?
Damn, Maria.
I'm sorry.
Wow, crushing
That came
dreams.
off a little hard.
Yeah.
You think?
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I'm going to put a posse together. Go get that kangaroo in Oshawa. Who's in?
I'm here.
I'm in.
Who's
Let's go. Wow,
So-
boy, you don't care about the animals, huh?
You know, sometimes I'll just sit and watch videos of guys fist fighting kangaroos in Australia. It's incredible. They fight like people. It's wild.
You get your ass whooped.
Yes.
They're also
By
jacked.
kangaroo.
Yes,
Sober.
some of them are jacked.
Do you remember the one kangaroo, that one picture from a few years ago where like women
Yeah.
were like super turned on?
Yeah, because he had a great body.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah.
I was kind of jealous.
So the female kangaroo, I guess, was en route to Quebec, and on Thursday, the delivery driver stopped at the Oshawa Zoo so she could get out and stretch her legs, and then she just dipped. She just took right off.
It's like, peace.
Yeah, so she was spotted next to the highway the next morning, and then
It looked like she was. I saw a video. It looked like she
running,
was racing cars.
Yes, volunteers all head down to the neighborhood with like cages and fences and drones and all this other stuff trying to capture the animal. They're saying don't do that though. Just call somebody.
Yeah, no.
Because they're a lot like, I guess, deer, where they're sort of driven by fear because they're a prey animal. So she's probably somewhere like cold and tired and just like resting up and stuff like that. I don't know. If she's still alive, they say.
What?
So, yeah, she may have just, I don't know, she may have been killed or died
Oh,
or
God, my
whatever.
heart.
I don't know. I don't
No.
know. I didn't listen, okay? I didn't mean it for the story to take a terrible turn, but these
Now
are
I'm
just the
gonna cry.
realities of,
Circle of life, huh?
yeah.
I'm going to go out there today and see if I can find her.
That's what I said. I'm putting a posse together.
We're all going to jump in the back of Ross's truck.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm in.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Danielle Bragoli, a.k.a. Bad Baby, a.k.a. Cash Me Outside.
Yeah.
Remember her
Oh,
from Dr. Phil?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Can we give her full respect and play that entire interaction
Sure.
between her and Dr. Phil when she was
Yeah.
just 13 years old?
And all these hoes laughing like something funny.
Did you say the hoes are laughing?
Yep.
So the audience are a bunch of hoes.
Yep. Catch me outside. How about that?
Huh?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Catch you outside? What does that mean?
What I just said.
Yeah, Dr. Phil. How do you not know?
Catch me outside. How about that?
Me outside.
And then
all
she
day.
went on to become a recording artist.
Oh,
and
she sure was.
Look, these hoes be like, see me in the back and they talking, but don't say it in person. Won't catch me off guard on no boulevard. Four in my car, my driver, my guard. Water dripping, come take a peek. You
I know
in the
people
shirt.
were like clowning on her and everything, but like the songs
bad.
that she released were actually pretty good.
She had a line of makeup, too.
Yeah, she had a line of makeup. She crushed the OnlyFans game, making I don't know how many millions of dollars on OnlyFans. But anyway, Cash Me Outside is pregnant.
Hey, bad baby be having a bad baby.
20 years old.
Wow.
All right, do your thing.
That's how old she is?
She's only 20.
I thought she was way older than
No,
that. That happened so long
It's because she
ago.
was a child on Dr. Phil, like an actual baby.
13.
Catch me outside. How about that?
What's that, Dr. Phil?
So the audience are a bunch of hoes.
Yeah.
We know Nick Cannon has 12 children.
Uh-huh.
And Nick Cannon has always had a great relationship with Disney and Disney World and everything else. But as that continues and as his family grows, Nick Cannon broke down how much he actually spends at Disney World. Listen to this.
I'm kind of, again, I'm all over the damn place, but it's fun. I mean, y'all see my IG, you see me like, I'm at the Grinchmas one day. I'm over here at, Candy Cane Lane the other day. And it's really like my kids are having an amazing time. And it's not to be performative. It's just like, yo, this is my life. And we having a ball. Like, you know how much money I spend at Disneyland a year?
We can imagine.
I got 6, so I kind of know.
What? No, the crazy thing is because I used to host Christmas morning at Disneyland.
Right.
And so I used to get that Disney bag. Like it was like, and it was, there were perks. So all of that stuff was free.
It's no longer free, huh?
It's no longer free. And I only had 2 kids then. So like to be 12, so, and every birthday, like I'm literally at Disneyland at least once a month. And to move around Disney, like I'm probably spending $200,000 a year at Disney.
Oh my God!
At Disneyland.
Yeah, because you got to pay for the chaperone.
You got all of that. But first of all, Disneyland is expensive
Absolutely.
off top.
Yes,
like if you're trying to stay in the hotel, and now it's not how it used to be. Like you got to make reservations and stuff like so. I'm spending $200,000 a year at Disneyland.
They need to give you like a membership or something.
I used to be an employee. That's what I'm saying. Like, Mickey, can you hook up? Like, can I get my job back? That's one job I need back.
Wow, $200,000 a year.
Bro, that's a lot of money.
And when you go to Disney, because I went to Disney in the summer.
Yeah.
Like, there's no half-assing it at Disney.
No.
You do Disney and you go all the way up.
Yes. And having gone to Disney, anybody who's gone to Disney, once you are there, you fully understand how a father of 12 could spend $200,000 a year at Disney.
Yeah.
There's no question. It's not a shock to anybody who has done 3 days at Disneyland. It's not a shock at all.
I'll never forget when my dad took us 3 girls to Disney with my mom.
What did that cost?
I don't even know, but all I remember was there were costumes, there were hats, there were food, there were fans with water and candy. My dad was like, oh my God.
I've never been.
Thousands of dollars. I never went when I was a kid either. We never went.
Yeah, no, I never went.
No.
I still have my goofy hat.
Thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars.
Yeah, incredible.
I met a family from the UK when I had to go down to do an interview at Disney. And I met a family from the UK who they have 2 kids, and every year they do 2 weeks at Disney.
No
too much.
way.
That's too much.
2 weeks.
No, that's too much.
At Disney.
There are Disney families.
Yes.
Right? There are people who will plan every single year
Yep.
and go all out. Like Nick
Yep.
Cannon stuff. Not $200,000.
No,
But all like you take
20,000, 15,000
easily. You take in that full Disney experience.
Yes. Easily you drop $15,000 at a week. Easy.
Did you know that they're stopping proposals at Disney?
Why?
Because they say it's taking away people's experience from
Really?
Disney, and it's too much of a hassle because there's too many proposals that want to happen. There's too many Disney adults. I read that a long time ago. I wonder if it's still like a thing.
People still they stop down in front of the castle, Cinderella's castle.
Yeah.
Right? So what? If you get down on one knee, will an employee come over?
Yeah, they'll stop it.
Like a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
They stop you now?
Yeah,
for
they stop. They do
proposing?
not want proposals at Disney. I don't know if that was something that was like a brief thing.
Just slap the
dressed
ring
in,
out of the hand?
Someone dressed in like a powder blue shorts, little frilly vest saying, stop, you're not allowed to propose.
Yeah, and then they dragged him into the tunnels under Disneyland. Because those exist.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're down in the tunnels forever.
And Goofy kicks your ass.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I was reading the story. David Beckham was talking about life with Victoria Beckham and what it's like for them to just be a couple with the way that she eats. Because,
How does she eat?
Well, she's eaten the same thing every meal for 25 years.
Which is?
He says, quote, I get quite emotional about food and wine when I'm eating something great. I want everyone to try it. Unfortunately, I'm married to someone that has eaten the same thing for the last 25 years. Since I met Victoria, she only eats grilled fish and steamed vegetables. He remembers one time when she was pregnant where she reached across the table and took one thing off his plate and never did it again. Other than that, she has only eaten grilled fish and vegetables.
No.
Grilled fish and steamed vegetables.
No.
That's it?
That's so bland.
Yeah, that's it.
But what fish? Salmon?
Doesn't matter, man.
I think maybe she
Fish.
shakes it up a little bit.
Like tilapia?
No, that's a garbage
Tilapia.
fish.
How do you live like that?
Yeah,
thank
just
you.
steamed vegetables too.
Ugh.
Like not even a little oil in a pan. You crisp them up a little bit, or
Like,
under
I
the
could-
grill, or
I like steamed vegetables,
but not with everything.
Not every single time.
Well,
I wonder if she changes the fish, or is it the same fish?
Yeah, that's
you
what
know?
Maury was saying. I don't know. I don't know.
like a good halibut.
Salmon?
Yeah. Like this, we can go through and name all the fish,
mungfish,
right? But I'm just saying that's like a real boring diet for 25 years.
Cod, maybe some cod.
Yeah, but that's still fish.
Yeah.
Fish
Raj,
and
how long
steamed
do you think you could
vegetables.
last on a diet like that?
Fish and steamed vegetables?
Yeah. How long do you think? Like, realistically, if you put your mind to it, how long do you think you could last?
Oh, forever.
Really?
think
Just
so?
on fish, green beans?
Just to prove somebody. Yeah, of course I could. Yeah, if
To
somebody
prove
was
somebody wrong.
Yeah, if somebody was like, you can't do it, of course I would.
I bet you, Roz, right now,
Yeah,
for all of 2024,
right.
you could not eat fish and vegetables for dinner every single day.
But I wouldn't. But I'm just saying I could. I don't
No, you
hate
couldn't.
fish, and
Like
I don't
that
hate
meatball
vegetables.
sandwich you made the other night, you wouldn't be able to eat that? That thing
my
looked gorgeous, by the way.
Right?
Never saw the sandwich.
Oh, man.
Okay, you guys sounds like an orgy in here right now.
You can't, bro. Like, we're not making that noise over fish.
yeah. I didn't make steamed vegetables. When you make steamed vegetables, your coworkers don't make that noise, right? That was a good meatball sandwich, though. It was a real good meatball sandwich.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Macaulay Culkin got his star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Everybody loves this. It's a great time of year to do it, too. Catherine O'Hara, his mom in Home Alone, brought Macaulay up.
The reason families all over the world can't let a year go by without watching and loving Home Alone together is because of Macaulay Culkin. I know you worked really hard, I know you did, but you made acting look like the most natural thing in the world to do. It really was as if we had ambushed the home of this real little boy named Kevin to make a movie, and he just went along with it for the fun of it. He's the dearest thing. Okay. Macaulay, a 10-year-old boy, was called a superstar, a moneymaker, one of the hottest leading young men in Hollywood by the world over. How does anyone survive that? Well, I believe you'd have to possess a certain quality, a gift that dear John Hughes obviously recognized in you, Macaulay, your sense of humor. It's a sign of intelligence in a child and a key to surviving life at any age. Macaulay, congratulations. You so deserve your star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. And thank you for including me, your fake mom who left you home alone not once but twice, to share in this happy occasion. I'm so proud of you.
And then Macaulay Culkin goes up to the mic, and he does a speech, too. And it's weird because you rarely hear Macaulay Culkin talk.
Mm-hmm.
He still sort of sounds like Kevin.
He was just on Celebrity Jeopardy. That's where I heard him for the first time.
He still sounds like Kevin.
Identical.
I'd like to thank Brenda.
Oh, wow.
You are absolutely everything.
Oh, my God.
You're my champion. You're the only person happier for me today than I am.
His wife.
You're not only the best woman I've ever known, you're the best person I've ever known. You've given me just all my purpose. You've given me family. And after the birth of our two boys, you become one of my 3 favorite people. You're somewhere in there. But I love you. I love you so much. To wrap things up, and in the spirit of the holiday season, I just want to say Merry Christmas, you filthy animals.
I love that. Big up Macaulay Culkin.
It's not bad, huh?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, did you see this anthem singer from one of the Big 12 championship games getting roasted?
No,
I don't. Is it that bad though? Like, I know he sounds very country, like affected country. Like, I doubt the guy really talks like that. But is it really that bad? I haven't heard it yet. Is it terrible?
Bad.
Is it?
Listen.
I heard a little tiny bit. This is a condensed version of Star Spangled Banner.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what
Okay.
At the twilight's last gleaming, oh, say does that star-spangled banner here wave.
I don't know, like.
Yeah, there's just like one part earlier.
Yeah.
That sounded a little twangy. Like, this is fine. This is country.
I don't know. I don't think you hate the guy for that. I
Like,
think
what
he
a-
sounds
I thought it was
country.
good. Sounds very American.
Yeah.
Honestly.
Well, like, what
That
were people
rendition.
saying?
Oh, like out of there was like, oh my God, it's the worst. Why'd you get this guy? Ah.
Did they all forget about Fergie?
That our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star
Right, sing it right here, everyone.
spangled banner
Not the same category. You're not even close.
I know.
Fergie's a legend. You're right.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Billie Eilish addresses the story that she came out in an interview with Variety magazine. So this is what she said to Variety. She said, I've never really felt like I could relate to girls very well. I love them so much. I love them as people. I'm attracted to them as people. I'm attracted to them for real. I'm physically attracted to them, but I'm also so intimidated by them and their beauty and their presence. So that's what she said in an interview with Variety. And then she was at the big Variety event on Saturday night where she was being honored. And on the red carpet, she did an interview with Variety correspondent Tiana De Nicola. And here's that exchange.
We got to talk about your cover story because you mentioned that you felt like for a long time women didn't like you. And when that came out, all the women were like, we love her.
I know.
How did that reception feel? Has your mind changed a little bit?
I'm still scared of them, but I think they're pretty.
Billy, did you mean to come out in the story?
Girl. No, I didn't, but I kind of thought, wasn't it obvious? Like, it's kind of been, I didn't realize people didn't know, so.
We need to get to a point where you don't even have to come out, so.
I just don't really believe in it. I'm just
Same.
like, why can't we just exist? I've been doing this for a long time, and I just didn't talk about it. Whoops.
Same. I literally was like to my mom, I'm dating women now.
But I was like, I saw the articles. I was like, oh, I guess I came out today. I was like, oh, I guess, okay, cool. But it's exciting to me because, you know, I guess people didn't know, so it's cool that they know. But I'm nervous talking about it. I'm nervous.
I'm a gay. You're safe.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but no, it's I am for the girls.
So Billie Eilish not happy about that interview on the red carpet.
What happened
so
now?
That was Saturday night. And then yesterday, she goes on Insta and says, thanks Variety for my award and for also outing me on the red carpet at 11 a.m. instead of talking about anything else that matters. I like boys and girls. Leave me alone about it, please. Literally, who cares?
But in the interview, she's like, was freely talking about it.
Yeah, both in the pages of Variety and so I guess she was not happy that it was brought up to.
That's weird to me because it's not like it was live. She could have then said afterwards going, hey, I'm not happy with that. Can you not use it?
Yeah, but I mean, they would have.
Nah, they would have.
Because she said it in the article, right? Like it's a follow-up to an interview that she literally did with the same outlet. So,
And if not Variety, somebody like next person with a microphone that gets time with Billie Eilish.
Yeah, well,
They
and
ask the same thing.
it's interesting because like after that Variety article came out and then that interview on Saturday, everybody was like, oh my God, look at her. She's talking about it. She's cool. She's everything else. And then I guess she sat with it for the night and felt that she was outed during that red carpet exchange. I don't know.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Venezuelans voted by a wide margin to approve the takeover of an oil-rich region in Guyana. The latest escalation, this is, in the long-running territorial dispute between the two countries. So the area in question amounts to about 2/3 of Guyana's national territory and is roughly the size of Florida. So Sunday's largely, it's like a symbolic referendum, like it really means nothing. But voters agreed with creating a Venezuelan state in the Essequibo. Is that how you pronounce it? The Essequibo region?
Essequibo.
Essequibo.
Or if
Providing
you're my mom, Essequibo.
Yeah. Providing the Guyanese population with Venezuelan citizenship and, quote, incorporating the state into the map of Venezuelan territory. Venezuela has long claimed the land, which it argues was within its borders during the Spanish colonial period. It's unclear what steps Venezuela or the government would take to enforce this claim. However, any attempt to assert the claim on the land would certainly be met with international resistance. So there's some big things
Are those
going
two
on
places
down there.
close to each other?
Yeah, they're right next to they border each other.
Oh, who knew?
Yeah.
Well, Ross said it in the
I literally just said it.
No, but before that, I had no idea.
Yeah.
geography.
Yeah.
So hold on. Shem, do
sir.
they need us out there? Do we got to fly out there?
Have to make a trip, bro.
We stand up with our people? You
I
want to
think
test?
so.
Test these hands.
Yeah. Hands. No, man, we got to use,
your feet too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's big stuff going on down
Huge.
there.
Yeah,
That could
yeah.
get,
Yeah.
like
the talk in my house for sure.
That could get scary, man. Like real scary.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Oh, do you want to hear this football referee say that a guy was inbounds because of one ass cheek?
Sorry, excuse me. Say that again.
Okay.
Hold on.
So,
What?
okay. Okay. So there was let me just find out what game it was from yesterday. It was the Rams and the Browns. Okay. And then I guess somebody was going out of bounds and they had to make the call. They had to go to the video replay and all this stuff. And instead of saying that, yes, he was in bounds, the ref was very specific about it, which said that he was in bounds by a butt cheek.
Prior to the receiver's leg hitting out of bounds, his butt cheek hit inbound. As a result, it's a catch.
Let him know, Hussey.
And a first down.
Let's go. If you had butt cheek on your bingo card for the NFL on Fox today, congratulations.
Right?
Imagine he used Gyat.
Okay, explain again. 'Cause
Oh, my
literally-
God.
Okay.
Oh, look, she's real proud of that one.
You got to explain that again. I only learned what that was last week. You got to explain that. What does gyat mean when people yell gyat? Maria?
Say it.
Am I allowed to?
You said it, yes.
Girl, your ass is thick, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Girl,
okay.
your ass is thick.
You didn't say it. You didn't say it. You didn't say
Yeah.
it the oomph that it needed, though.
Yeah.
Girl, your ass is thick.
Hey.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Rocking Around the Christmas Tree. You know this song. You hear it everywhere, but also this is where Kevin McAllister set up the fake Christmas party in the house.
Yeah. Michael Jordan on the train.
Yeah.
Mannequins dancing in the window.
So Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree has finally hit number one after being released 65 years ago. So Brenda Lee is now the oldest artist in the Hot 100, replacing Louis Armstrong, who was 62 when Hello Dolly hit number one in 1964. Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree is only the third holiday number one ever. The first was the Chipmunk song in 1958, followed by Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You, and now Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree.
Is Mariah pissed?
The crazy part of this, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree came out in 1958, and at the time it peaked at number 14. Turn this up a little bit. Like, you dance to this. It's a classic, right?
Yeah.
Grown-ups swinging each other around, doing the whole thing.
Sure.
Brenda Lee, when she recorded this, was 13 years old.
What?
What?
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. Hold on.
Why does everyone back then sound so old all the time?
That's a 13-year-old.
No way. She sounds so mature.
Yeah. Way older.
Yeah.
Wow, my view on that song is like completely changed now.
Right?
Yeah.
That's nuts.
That's back when they used to just like have kids do, like stuff. And the kids were hard in the 50s, They just.
Yeah, what was it like?
Come out of shut up.
What did you guys do? They made you sing and record it.
We all had to, with one family, one potato, one family. That was the rule, right? Made you hard.
One fork.
Yeah, man.
No knife.
No.
Figure it out.
No.
Not even a fork, a stick.
You ever drunk milk from a cup made of newspaper? No, you have not. No, you have not. Just saying.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Christine Sinclair is calling it a career tonight. 44-year-old Christine Sinclair. She's going to be putting her international soccer career, hanging it all up tonight in Vancouver against, there's a friendly going on against Australia. 45,000 people are expected to be in the stands at BC Place as she takes to the field for the last time.
Big celebration. Congratulations.
Olympic bronze and gold medalist.
Yes.
World record, 190 goals. Order of Canada.
Woo! The GOAT.
The Canadian Player of the Year 14 times.
Yes.
Is how many times she's won that accolade, which is really great.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I watched The Family Switch on Netflix, which is a switch-a movie. You know me, I love a switch-a movie.
Mm-hmm.
But this is the whole family switches. So the dad, it's Ed Helms and Jennifer Garner, and then kids. So it's Ed Helms switches with the son, Jennifer Garner switches with the daughter, and then the baby switches with the dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Funny.
Like it's a whole thing. But I guess people are freaking out because they say that there's an incest clip in the movie. So there's a moment. Okay.
It's okay, you idiots.
Thank you. Thank you. It's not. So it's the two kids who have switched with their parents and they have adults over and they're talking about love and their marriage and everything else. And then the other adults in the room like goat them on to kiss, right? And so they do, but
like reluctantly,
very reluctantly, and it's barely. It is exactly what you would expect a brother and sister to do.
It was like, okay, ready, and then that's it.
Yes, because
That's it.
they had
And then
to
they run away.
They had to keep it going. That they couldn't tell people, so you have to make a decision like this. But now everybody's going down and freaking out on this movie because they say that there's unexpected incest in the middle of it.
It's not. You
It's
idiots.
Right. Thank you.
Leave the movie alone.
Thank you. Did you watch it? It's a sweet movie,
It
right?
is.
Did you
I
watch
like
the whole
it.
thing?
I got to the very last like maybe 10 minutes.
And then you bailed?
And then we stopped. I'll watch it like
10 minutes?
Yeah, I think
I watched
10
less.
or 20 minutes maybe.
Wait a second. So you didn't even see how they switch them back?
Is it like Freaky Friday?
Well, it's very much like Freaky Friday.
Okay.
Or like 17 again or any of those.
Okay, I'll tell you
movies,
where we
right?
got to, okay?
It's a switch 'em.
So without spoiling it.
Yes.
Right? Glass breaks. You don't remember.
Oh, yes, I do remember.
Okay.
Okay, yes,
So it's
yes,
right
yes,
there.
yes. Oh, okay. But like,
I don't know.
you
on
lost
the-
interest in it? Like,
it just said 20 minutes and we kept falling asleep and stuff.
I didn't
was
find it
late.
funny.
You did it?
Nobody asked. It's my favorite movie of the year. Stop
Yeah, it's
coming
a
down on
great
it, man.
movie.
It's a great movie.
It really is. It's fun.
Watch it this weekend.
You should. I think you would like it, Maria.
I will. I'll watch it.
If you hate it, again, nobody asked.
That's okay.
Shem. You know I'll watch, bro. I got you.
Okay.
I got
But is
you.
it incest if they're
Hey,
in the
nobody
body?
asked.
But it's other people's lips.
Yes, I know. It's other people's lips. It would be like
They're not using their own
I
lips.
understand. I'm with you on this.
Yeah.
Right? They're in the bodies of their parents.
You can't talk on this.
No, but I'm hearing it and I'm saying it's not their lips.
That's like, Maury, if you were in Mocha's body and Shem was in Roz's body.
Yeah, you didn't have to use my name.
Come on, let her finish the story.
I'm going to use somebody else.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I don't know, like, who the people are who are constantly checking other people's Instagrams to see who they've unfollowed and whatever else, but apparently Cardi B and Offset have unfollowed each other.
No. What happened?
I don't know. And then Cardi...
Everything is not okay.
And then Cardi went on Insta and said, when you just outgrow relationships, that's what she said. And then she goes, I'm tired of protecting people's feelings. I got to put myself first. And then Offset went on Instagram and he put up a snippet of Al Pacino's character from Scarface shouting, hey, F you, man. Who put this thing together? Me.
That's
who do you
who.
trust? Me. So that's what he posted in response, I guess. I don't know what the hell's going on with those two. But it looks like they're not in a good place. I'll say that.
Jeez.
Now I want to watch Scarface.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, like it or not, Kim Kardashian was getting some real good reviews for her acting abilities on American Horror Story. And now she looks like she's getting her own legal drama.
What?
Yeah. So Ryan Murphy, who's the guy who created American Horror Story, just cast her in a new legal drama for Hulu. No title yet, but Kim will apparently play LA's most successful divorce lawyer and the owner of an all-female law firm. So
I have a title.
Which is?
Kim's Briefs.
Kim's Briefs.
Like legal briefs?
Oh, but
Kim's
what if she's not playing herself? It's not a reality show.
Or Kardashian's Briefs.
I literally just said she's not playing herself.
Okay, whatever the character's name is in Briefs.
Okay, so Briefs.
Working title.
Guess what? It ain't working.
Yeah.
You know what?
That ain't
I'm here
working.
for it. I'll support Kim
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the new American Horror Story.
No.
I haven't heard anyone talk about it, to be honest with you.
She was really, really good.
But I know she, like, her acting skills, like, she's good.
Yeah, she's fine.
She'll
Fair
be great
enough.
in Kim's Brief.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Ricky Gervais coming under fire for a joke on his new Netflix special that he reposted on Twitter the other day, where he's now being accused of joking about terminally ill children. So keep in mind, this is Ricky Gervais. This is from Netflix. This is the joke.
I've been doing a lot of video messages recently for terminally ill children, and only if they request it, obviously. I did a lot through the pandemic, presumably because they couldn't even see their own family, and it's through Make-A-Wish Foundation. Do you know the charity Make-A-Wish Foundation? They're great, and they give these dying kids their, like, one wish, and if it's me, I always say yes, and I always start the video the same way. I go, "Why didn't you wish to get better?"
Oh, my God! Ricky!
What, you f***ing did as well?
Oh, no!
I don't do that either, okay? These are all jokes, all right? I don't even use that word in real life, the R word. You just used it, Rick. Yeah, in a joke. That's not real life, is it? I'm playing a role. You sounded pretty convincing. Yeah, because I'm good.
Oh, my God.
You wouldn't level that accusation at other art forms. You wouldn't go up to Sir Anthony Hopkins and go, "I saw you in Silence of the Lambs. You a cannibal, are you?" No, I was playing a role. Oh, seemed pretty convincing. Yeah.
I feel like we've heard about this before.
The special or this joke?
About him
I don't know.
catching some heat for this.
Oh,
Maybe
he does
when
every special.
Maybe when it was first recorded or something.
Yeah, he catches heat for everything he does.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Do we have time for Jamie Foxx real quick?
Always have time for Jamie Foxx.
Jamie Foxx really overcome with emotion at the Critics' Choice Association Awards celebrating cinema and television honoring Black, Latino, and AAPI achievements. This was last night. This was his first sort of big, like, public appearance since that mystery illness that almost killed him. Still don't know what the hell it was, but here's Jamie.
You know, it's crazy. I couldn't do that 6 months ago. I couldn't actually walk to... I'm not a clone. I know a lot of people were saying I was cloned out there. Boy, y'all ain't It's a clone. That ain't no goddamn thing. It's a clone. You know what's interesting? First of all, I want to say to my black folks, man, thank you so much for holding me down all the time. It means a lot because I always say, like, to black folks, it's harder to impress black folks. It is, because, you know, black people, every time you get an award, it's always somebody out there says, "Man, my cousin do the same thing." My cousin do the same shit. Right, man, my cousin did right now, man.
Oh, man, you know what?
Yeah,
it's so
great.
good to hear Jamie Foxx out there again.
And still, like, no idea what happened to him, man.
Yeah.
No idea.
I wonder
but
if he'll ever say.
I'm at some point, I think he's going to have to, but I think that right now is still probably too soon, right? I think he's probably still too soon. He may be whatever it was. He may still be recovering. He may still be in treatment.
Do you think he might be like documenting it for something?
Maybe.
Like for something that will appear on Netflix because he's got that deal with Netflix.
You think he doesn't know?
No,
he
he
knows.
knows.
They
They know. He knows. Yeah, for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, is this the kind of thing that maybe like it would be a real shame if the reason this was kept such under wraps was not that everybody around him made sure it didn't get out, because that was a really incredible story, because everything leaks these days and literally nothing from that came out. And that was really incredible. That whole thing, the team that he has, the family that he has, and the friends that he has, nobody leaked anything. And it would be kind of a shame for me anyway, is if the reason it wasn't leaked was because he didn't want to lose some deal where he was documenting it. But I can't see that because, he almost died. Like, I don't think he signed papers with Netflix doing a treatment for episode 3.
Yeah, I know.
His recovery
Regardless,
arc.
It's great to hear Jamie Foxx back out there.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Chris Wallace from CNN is getting blasted on social media for he was doing an interview with Adam Driver where he started talking about Adam Driver's looks and how he's, I guess, unconventional is I don't even know how he was going about doing it. But Adam Driver's very sort of used to that line of questioning, and he references off the top a comment that the New Yorker made about him. So they were talking about how he's not like a conventional movie star type, right? Physically. And so let me play you this. This is a little bit of Adam Driver's interview with Chris Wallace of CNN talking about Ferrari.
The New Yorker has also called me a horse face, so I don't. I take it with a grain of salt. I remember reading one reviewer his agent probably doesn't know whether to put him in a movie or the Kentucky Derby. So I take it. If you believe the good thing, then you have to believe the bad thing. So I try to not absorb anything.
So at this point, if you're Chris Wallace, Adam Driver made his point. He sort of answered your question. You get the sense that this kind of stuff doesn't sit well with him, doesn't necessarily devastate him, but he's not doesn't want to talk about it, right?
It's not flattering. Might just move on.
Move on. So Chris Wallace moves on.
Me to the next question I wanted to ask you, which is, you don't look like the typical movie star.
Oh, my God.
Has that been a help or a hindrance?
I've worked consistently, which is nice, with people that I've wanted to, always dreamed that I wanted to work with, and so in that sense, it hasn't. I look how I look. I can't change that. So I guess it helped me. I don't know, a hindrance and only breaking mirrors wherever I go, and having a misshapen outsized body that I can't fit through doorways or most clothes or fit into most cars. So
okay, you know what I mean? When you ask somebody about their looks, right, and they immediately have to start self-deprecating, right? They're not comfortable with any of this, but he's kind of a gentleman, and I guess he just took a lot of that.
Rude, sure.
Well, because you remember, last week when somebody asked him about the scenes in Ferrari, he told them to go F themselves, right?
Yeah.
So he's already been beaten up a little bit in the press for the way that he treats people who ask him questions. But when you start asking somebody about themselves, and then they immediately have to say, well, I break mirrors, and I don't fit in this, and I don't fit in this, you start to, at what point do you start to feel bad for the guy?
Damn, how you do that to Kylo Ren?
Right?
He was friggin' Kylo Ren.
Yes. And also, Chris Wallace is one of these old guys that cannot understand for the life of him why any woman would find Adam Driver attractive. That's why he's asking him this, is because he doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Right? He doesn't
How old
get
is Chris
it.
Wallace anyway? 1,000?
I don't know.
He's
how
like
old
70
he
something.
is. Something like that. Yeah, anyway.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Gen Zs are ruining more and more and more of all the things in this world that I love.
Here we go, everybody.
Oh, boy.
So because of Gen Z, we are now seeing, yes, Maria, I'm looking at you, Maria.
I'm listening.
Because of Gen Z, that is the reason we are seeing fewer and fewer sex scenes in movies and in television shows.
How's that our fault?
A recent study by UCLA surveyed 1,500 people, all under the age of 24. And astonishingly, they all said they want less sex on screen. Instead, they want more stories that focus on platonic relationships. Nearly half of them said that romance is overused in the media, and the same number believe sex is not necessary to the plot of anything. So now, it used to be balanced. Sex and violence. Sex and violence. That's how we grew up. Sex and violence. Sex and violence. There was a balance, right? There was a
Now
balance.
they just want friendship.
Now it's all violence and nothing. Nobody wants to watch a movie about friends.
Okay.
Right? Now what you get is a movie about friends, and then one of the friends kills the other friend. That's all you get. There's no more.
Ooh, I'd watch that.
Right? Don't get me wrong, okay?
You'd watch it too.
I'd watch that too.
What happened
But-
in their friendship?
Okay?
That made that one friend want to kill the other.
But if you're wondering why there's no more sex in movies, it's because of Maria.
Yeah, I started the discussion here. That was me.
There's something else that you wanted to do. I think there was. Maybe. Was there something? Hold on here.
Want to blame Maria for anything else?
What?
Young
Anything
people-
else?
Anything else you want to blame Maria for that young people are doing today?
Yeah, actually. No.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
In a New York courtroom, Jonathan Majors' ex-girlfriend told jurors that the actor struck her in the head during an altercation in March. This all happened when they were in the back of a cab in New York, and she saw a flirty text come through on his phone from somebody named Cleopatra. And then she grabbed the phone. She says that he roughed her up, and then he took off out of the cab, and then she went running. Grace Jabari is her name. She broke down in tears several times while describing their relationship on the witness stand. She testified that during their 2 years together, Majors could become volatile, controlling, and he would threaten suicide after fights. Wow. She alleged that Majors berated her for bringing up an ex-boyfriend's dog. She said, quote, "It was the first time I had felt scared of him. I knew to never mention my ex again or anyone I had ever dated before." Prosecutors also played an audio recording of an argument they had in which Majors says, quote, "I'm a great man. I do great things for my culture and for the world. The woman that supports me needs to be a great woman," then demanded that she behave like Michelle Obama or Coretta Scott King.
What?
So that's why Michelle Obama was trending all night.
Damn, Jonathan Majors.
That's a lot.
It is.
That's a lot. Yeah. So anyway, of course they're going to come back because 2 minutes out, I guess like 10 minutes after that fight that they had on the street, she met some strangers and they just went drinking with them in a bar. And they have video. They have video of that, of her looking that way. And then she said, well, she didn't want to go back to the house that they shared together and all this stuff. So this is going to be a messy
You
trial.
remember right
Messy
before
trial.
all this happened, like they had set up, like Hollywood had set up for Jonathan Majors to be the next guy.
Yeah.
Everything was planned out. Everything was laid out. And he was next.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's why you get the "I do great things for my culture and for the world." I think at that point he had done like some decent things for the world. I don't know if he had done great things for the world. Creed.
He was still on the come up.
It was all right.
He was on the come up. But like Marvel
But
had
this is what
put their whole
happens.
bank on the shoulders of Jonathan Majors.
And this has happened before too. Like, and you know, it's very difficult to remember. But after Twilight happened, Taylor Lautner was supposed to be the next Tom Cruise. Like everybody had put everything they had behind Taylor Lautner as he was going to be the generational sort of action star heartthrob that you were going to grow with. And it all went away. Like it all just went away. Like he was supposed to be the guy.
So, I understand like the Jonathan Majors thing, right?
Yeah.
But like for Taylor Lautner, like he didn't do anything wrong.
No, but he just wasn't that
Like,
good.
he just sucked?
No, he was just fine. He's fine, but he's not
He was really good in Valentine's Day.
No, Maury, stop bringing up Valentine's. If you ever bring up Valentine's Day ever again on the show,
you're the only
honestly, I
one.
swear to God, the movie is one of the worst movies of all time.
Give us a quote from Valentine's Day.
Yeah. One quote.
Oh,
One
when
quote from
Taylor
Taylor
Swift-
Lautner.
Taylor
One
Swift
quote
said
from
to-
Taylor Lautner.
Oh,
if
wait.
he was so good, one quote from Taylor Lautner from Valentine's Day.
He didn't have a quotable line.
Okay, there you go. Then he's no Tom Cruise. Every single movie Tom Cruise has ever done, there's a quotable line. Every single movie.
They didn't write him one.
Every single movie.
You had me at hello.
Thank you. Oh, right?
That is a good line.
Thank
Show
you.
me the money.
Thank you. No, you can be my wingman.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. See? That's
Right?
three right there, bro.
All right? Sometimes you just got to say what the F, right? Risky business. We could go on all day.
Valentine's Day.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Christine Sinclair finished an incredible career last night in Vancouver with a win over Australia.
The final whistle goes on her night in her home. Christine Sinclair's final international appearance ends with a victory. The goal from Quinn towards the end of the first half. A night of celebration.
190 goals, 331 caps, 54 assists. Everything was all about Christine. They even renamed the stadium Christine Sinclair Place last night. Here is Christine.
Christine, you said you wanted to soak it all in during this game. Take in every moment. What are you taking in right now?
I mean, just like a lot of love, a lot of support. Obviously enjoying the victory. That was my one ask of the team is that, Soph and I end our career with the W. I mean, this is absolutely nuts. It's perfect.
Damn.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
They released the police released all the body cam footage from the capture of the kangaroo that was on the loose in Oshawa. Here's one of the police officers describing the moment they got her.
In accordance with best practices by the handlers, the officers actually just grabbed it by the tail and they were able to safely keep her contained in the area. Only one of the officers was actually struck in the face during the apprehension, but he'll be just fine and we won't be continuing the investigation.
Damn, Mama Lou just threw hands, huh?
I started to feel real bad about this story, though. Okay, because at first they were like, oh my God, it's a kangaroo on the loose. And everybody was like, oh my God, I hope they get her. I hope they get her. And then they got her. And you're all like, oh my God, thank God they got the kangaroo. But because now it's just to go and like live in a zoo, right? Like for 3 days, the Roo had sweet freedom. And we were all like, get her. Get her.
Racing against cars on the 401 and stuff.
Right? But we were all rooting for the zoo.
Well, now we're going to have to start a new rescue mission to get her out of the zoo.
Yeah, we're going to go. We're going to go spring the Roo.
We got to go to the zoo. We got to go to the zoo. Look at us, guys.
I know. I know. At first I was like, we need a posse to go and catch this thing. But now I'm like, I think we need a posse to go and spring this. Right? I felt terrible.
Let that poor kangaroo go.
Yeah, I was like,
she didn't want to be captured.
No,
clearly.
Like she had 3 days of sweet freedom. And could you imagine being locked up your whole life? Imagine for a second, you are locked up your whole life, born in captivity, locked up. You only see fences and make-believe rocks and people staring at you, and you get 3 days of freedom. And it happens in Oshawa.
Yeah.
Oshawa.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That was our only exposure to the outside world.
I'd like put me back in a cage. Just, let's go. Wrap it up. Here's my neck.
Like what's the big thing? Like the GM plant?
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna punch you in the face, but that's only for optics. Okay, I don't really mean it.
Send me back.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Diabetes patients who usually take Ozempic are facing now huge bills for alternatives. The situation may last way longer than expected. So because everybody is getting thin off Ozempic and they can't get it and there's a massive shortage, patients who are diabetic are now having to get alternatives to Ozempic, which are not covered. So these are at like $250 to $400 a shot, right?
And they need it.
And they need it, yeah. So Ozempic manufacturer Novodorsic has told Health Canada that these shortages were supposed to last until the end of March 2024, but that could be stretched until May 2024. So, have you found Ozempic yet, Maureen?
No, not at all.
You keep looking, right?
Yeah.
Have you talked to your doctor?
He said that I actually did. And he said that he won't give it to me because the problem is if you stop doing it, you'll gain more weight back.
But that's just
I said that's like every diet.
Yeah.
I said, I just need to look good in one photo.
So you went to your doctor and said, hey, can you get me Ozempic for losing weight?
Yes.
Yeah. Wow. Would you ever try Mocha?
Nah.
No, you wouldn't, Shem?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I'll do it. I'll be the one for the team.
Listen, nobody here is telling you to do Ozempic.
No. I would highly advise against it.
Yes.
Because?
I don't know, man.
Diabetics need it.
Just go to the gym. Like, I don't know, all the needles and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
It's cheaper than the gym.
But also diabetics need it.
Isn't it like $1,000 a month for Ozempic?
And in the gym, if you go, let's say, a few times a week, $30 a class.
Yeah, do the math on that.
$1,000.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Someone farted during a post-game interview in an NHL locker room with Andre Vasilevsky of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Thank you. So it's very difficult to hear, but he's trying so seriously to answer a question, right? Like it's a hockey player all in his own head, right? And then he hears a fart, and all you see is him put his head down, and he just tries not to laugh, and then tries to recover.
What's going through your mind in the last 48 hours?
Obviously, it wasn't great feeling the last game, but what was the question? Mindset. Yeah. So, it just.
Sorry. Yo, hold on. So it was his fart or was somebody else's fart?
It was a reporter's fart.
Oh, a reporter.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't. Okay. Yeah, of course. Like that's. Yeah. Right? Come on now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like lay off the burritos before you go to work.
Right.
Sounded wet.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Vanilla Ice out here doing interviews talking about his friendship with Tupac and what he still knows. He says like Vanilla Ice says he's got all sorts of inside information and can't say too much. Even with Biggie, he says that they were great friends. But here's Vanilla Ice talking about Tupac.
Tupac got killed, and I wasn't surprised, and that's sad. Because I think everybody kind of saw, like, how can this guy still be alive after he got shot the first time and the second time? And then now a third time.
Well, no, he got shot once. There was another time he got shot?
There's two more you don't know about. Could be even more, and I don't even know. But my point is that how can a guy have all these bullets flying at him and still, you know what I'm saying? We all kind of, it's a crazy story, and I got to really watch what I say on all this because I do know too much. And I'm not going to elaborate.
Fair enough.
So I let that unfold, and I'm glad it's unfolding, and I'm glad that some justice may be getting done, but it ain't gonna bring him back, bro. Tupac, unfortunately, his talents were so great that too many people wanted to take a piece of him.
Yeah.
Too many people wanted a piece of that money, and I think it killed him.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Do you think if Tupac were alive today that he'd be goofy?
Goofy?
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, so
What,
look
doing
at
TikTok dances?
No, like, look. Let me lay this out here because Tupac right now killed at the height of his sort of like persona, mystique, everything. He was running the game. He was hard. Fast forward all these years later, okay? Snoop, best friends with Martha Stewart, doing goofy stuff all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. Ice-T been playing a cop on television longer than he was a rapper. Ice Cube doing kids movies, getting hit in the nuts, squirrels crawling up his sweater and stuff like that.
Yeah, are we there yet?
Okay, yeah, right? Do you think Tupac, because Tupac was a great actor, and he may have gone sort of that way, do you think that Tupac would be in that sort of world of like goofy?
Corny?
Yeah.
Okay, goofy is a better word.
Yeah.
Sorry, Cube.
You know what I mean?
I don't.
You don't think
no,
so?
I think he would have gone the actor route.
Yeah.
I think he would have done great comedy. I don't think he would have been like goofy comedy, right? Like I think he would take the lane that maybe LL Cool J or Will Smith kind of took, right? Like
Will Smith was goofy from the get-go, though.
But he at one point in his life, Will Smith was like a great, like dramatic actor.
I gotcha.
right? He was still good at comedy, like great comedic actor.
Yeah.
Right? Action star. I think Tupac kind of would have
So
leaned
you
into a little bit
think
of
that if Tupac was still alive, Tupac potentially could have been the one who starred in I Am Legend and
Sure.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Sure.
And Hancock and all the Will Smith movies.
Everything.
Right.
Yeah. I think that the script for Are We There Yet would have come across Tupac and he would be like, hell no.
I don't think so, man. I
Hell
don't know.
no.
I don't know. If I told you back in the day that Cube was going to be doing Are We There Yet?
Oh, yeah.
There's no way.
And you listen to a song that he's got called A B is a B?
Yes, there's no way
right?
you would
F
have
the
said
Police.
yes.
Like, I'm the hardest from Compton.
Right.
Yeah, maybe Tupac would have been corny.
Right. He might have.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Taylor Swift was named Time Magazine's Person of the Year.
Hey, big up Taylor Swift.
And with that comes a Taylor Swift interview, which are extremely rare. Like, I don't even know when the last time Taylor Swift did an interview. It was a long time ago.
I think with this, though, like...
You have to. And it's a giant interview. So I've tried to pull as much as I can from this. So there's one part where she talks about the tour. And she goes, in the past, I toured like a frat guy. This time, she began training 6 months ahead of the show. She goes, every day I would run on the treadmill, singing the entire set list out loud. Fast for fast songs and, and jog or fast walk for the slow songs. Her gym, the Dog Pound, created a program for incorporating strength, conditioning, and weights. She says, then I had 3 months of dance training because I wanted to get it in my bones. So here's what she says about Travis Kelce and football and all that other stuff.
Hold on, pause. Before you say that,
yes.
you think when she walked in to train every day with the Dog Pound, as soon as she walked in, she's like, Taylor's here.
Absolutely.
Right? You have to.
Absolutely. Right? Yes. Yeah, you got to give people that kind of encouragement. So here, let me read you this part. Most recently, she's been dating Travis Kelce as a well-documented when she attends his games. And then Taylor says, I don't know how they know when I'm in the suite or what suite I'm in, she says. Of course they know. There's a camera like a half mile away and you don't know where it is and you have no idea when the camera is putting you on the broadcast. So I don't know if I'm being shown 17 times or just once. And then she goes on to say, I'm just there to support Travis. I have no awareness of it that I'm being shown too much and pissing off a few dads, Brads, and Chads.
Hey.
So how it all started with them, she goes, this all started when Travis very abruptly put me on blast on his podcast, which I thought was metal as hell. She goes on to say, we started hanging out right after, so we actually had a significant amount of time that no one knew, which I'm grateful for because we got to know each other. By the time I went to the first game, we were a couple. I think some people thought that they saw our first date play out at that first game. There's no way we would hard launch a relationship like that.
It's amazing.
So anyway, go read the article. It's really great. Like if you're a Taylor fan, I know people have been dying for anything. She talks all about the tour, everything in this article. It is everything you want to know about Taylor and how she's been dealing with everything on the tour and the record and all that other stuff.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Sharon Stone, 65, doing a podcast called Lady Gang. And she was talking about how she feels that she's now hotter than ever at 65, and the attention she's getting from men is like more than it's ever been because things are different now. Listen to Sharon.
I'm in my 60s. People think that no one looks at you anymore. And the truth of the matter is I have just as many people who want to sleep with me now as I ever did. There isn't that thing when you walk in the room that every guy goes, ooh, because you're not as easy as you were when you were young. And men recognize that's why they don't look at you as much. It's not because you're not as hot. You're not as easy to and you're not as easy to get rid of, and you're not as easy to keep quiet.
Wow. Hey, Shem. Okay. Yeah.
Shem standing.
Shem standing ovation.
Wow. Followed by at Shem.
She's on.
Sit down.
Is she still on Bumble? Remember when Sharon Stone was on Bumble and then she kept getting kicked off because they were like, there's no way Sharon Stone's on Bumble. But I think she's still on Bumble. Serena.
You know-
What?
You know who hates Sharon Stone right now?
Who's that?
Shem's girl.
Oh, damn. He just gave a standing ovation.
Yeah, bro. Everything's on camera. Bro, you're going to be having some conversations when the show is done.
I got the footage.
Y'all supposed to be my friends, you know?
Or are you going to turn into another GIF?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Serena Williams has figured out a great way to deal with a sunburn. Here's Serena.
So I completely got burned under my eye. Don't ask. I was doing like this retinol and clearing my skin, and then I have sensitive skin, so I was in the sun. Long story. Anyway, I'm trying some breast milk. It works for my kid. Like they say, put breast milk on everything, and I have a lot extra, so I'm gonna try it for like a week or so under my eye and see how it goes.
Yeah, breast milk.
I mean, it already feels better because it hurts.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, breast milk.
All right, I'll let you guys know how it goes.
Bro,
Put that
you ever
on
heard
everything.
of sun bum? They sell it at Shoppers.
No, man, breast milk. It's the all healer, apparently. I don't know.
So it works?
I guess. She says she puts it on everything. I mean, I'm going to believe Serena Williams. She's got
She's a champion.
She's got the best people taking care of her every move.
Yes.
If it was bad to put breast milk under your eyes, I think one of the people on her team would be like, yo, don't do that. But I guess I've never thought about that. I don't know a lot about
You know
breast
what?
milk.
You're right. I
Yeah.
trust Serena Williams.
Yeah, I mean, if she says it, I would. Now there's going to be a bunch of people who aren't lactating or are trying to procure breast milk because Serena Williams did it.
People are going to start trying to sell their breast milk now.
People already do.
I
Lots
know,
of
but I
people
feel
sell
like
their
it's going to
breast
be
milk.
an
For influencers, yes. Not for other moms who have difficulties.
No, it's going to be for their face
You're
products.
right. It's going to be the new Ozempic.
Yes.
Now there's going to be moms who can't get breast milk on that market because everybody's going to be rubbing it all over their eyes.
Yeah.
I kid you not. Somebody just texted me, a friend of mine, just said the breast milk thing is true. It works.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What? Text them back. Find out what works for what. Like, what did they use it for?
I think everything. Like
cut on the knee, breast
think,
milk.
Yeah, I think.
Sunburn, breast milk.
Yes.
I mean, it's probably
think
because
everything.
Think about how much is actually in breast milk, right?
Everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like all,
it's Frank's Red Hot.
Yes. It's all the stuff you need. You put it on everything, Maury.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Keep it in your purse, like Hillary Clinton.
I mean, you need to refrigerate.
Eczema, breast milk.
Yes.
Right? Everything.
Dry eyes, breast milk.
Funny you say that.
Chapped lips, breast milk.
It cures everything, cuts and dry skin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
According to Serena Williams and Shem's friend.
Right. Yes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Christine Sinclair, as we know, packed it up, called it a career, ended on a high.
Yes,
the
big
other
up,
night.
Christine Sinclair. The
And
GOAT.
I guess last
The
night
GOAT.
was her, what was it, her retirement party, Maureen?
Yeah.
Where was she?
She was in the stadium where she played. They sort of put tables in the middle.
Oh,
Oh, in BC.
Yeah.
At BC
Yeah,
place.
that's
Which
right.
they changed after her on Sunday night.
Remember when Drake
Or
did that
2 nights ago.
to try and land a girl? Didn't he do that? Didn't he rent out a whole football field for one dinner?
Brilliance.
So romantic. Too bad it didn't work out, right?
Dodger Stadium, by the way.
That's what it was? That sounds expensive.
Could you imagine all them lights?
Oh God!
The electricity bill
Who
alone.
was he trying to finesse with that?
I think it was
Who
just a model. It was
that?
just a model.
It's a model,
It's
right?
an IG model.
Yeah.
Joanna Leahy. Why do I know that? I don't know. But
Wow.
I
Wow. Hey.
Followed by at Shem.
Coming DMs too.
That's why. That's how we know. Maria is also not wrong.
Damon Orr catching up with Christine Sinclair last night at her retirement party.
Hello.
Christine Sinclair, it is an absolute honor to be talking to you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so you're at your retirement party right now. Is it lit? Are there bottles popping?
No, it's just about to start. So
Yeah? Oh my God. Is it going to be like a lit party with like bottles popping and like a huge ordeal?
knowing me and my family, yes.
Does Christine Sinclair drink? Are we going to see you drunk tonight?
I will not be drunk, but I will be having a few bevies.
What's your drink of choice?
I mean, right now they're handing me champagne, so.
Oh, yeah. That's how you do it for a champ.
Also, Maury trying to get lit to happen. Said it twice.
Yeah.
And she's like,
Lit
yeah.
and popping bottles.
Lit
That's
and
all
lit-
you know about parties, huh? or what you assume of parties.
Also, what a hell of a career Christine has had, and it's really difficult to pin it down to just one thing.
Now, if you could, if you had to pick one career highlight for yourself, what would it be?
I mean, obviously there's been a lot, but I mean, standing on top of the podium with a gold medal around your neck, singing "O Canada," along with your best friends. It's just, that's got to be it.
What do you want to say to all of your fans all across Canada? There's some young fans that really look up and absolutely adore you. What do you want to say to all of your fans this
Honestly,
week on your
just-
retirement?
No, I mean, just a massive thank you for supporting myself, supporting my teammates through all the good and the bad that we've experienced together. But also not to stop. I mean, this is just the beginning for the program. Just keep following the team and supporting them.
I can't hear Maury ask that question without remembering when he asked Glitter Gary that question from Big Brother Canada and started to cry. It's almost the exact same question.
I know.
Do you know what I mean? So good.
So many people who look up to you. You were such an inspiration. What do you have to say to all of the people who loved you?
Right? I know. I thought Maury was going to say the same thing to Christine Sinclair, right?
What do you have to say to all of the people who loved you?
Why didn't Christine make you cry, Maury?
Yeah.
Why didn't you cry for Christine, but you cried for the Big Brother guy?
I followed the Big Brother guy closer.
See, and I would have cried like that if
Yeah.
I was talking to Christine.
What does
Sinclair.
she mean to you, Maria?
Well, she's the reason why 99.9% of girls, get into soccer. I watched her growing up.
Yeah.
She's someone that I looked up to because, I played obviously growing up, and my dad would always be like, look at her, look at the people on the screen, look at how much success you can have if you put your mind to it. And not only in playing soccer, just in careers in general, she was able to accomplish so much. So I'll always look up to her.
So are we to believe because you're here today that you didn't actually put your mind to it?
What?
Damn.
Damn.
What do you have to say to all of the people who loved you?
Now I'm really going to go cry.
No, man, Christine Sinclair, she's the GOAT. There is nobody better, right?
I read that for that last game, I read that she had, they were like, how many tickets do you want for friends and family?
Yeah.
And Christine Sinclair was like 145.
Really?
And guess what?
What?
All 145 were used up.
Really?
Yeah, for friends and family.
Oh, I would be so intimidated by that. If somebody said, here's 15 tickets to something, I would sweat.
Yeah.
could not.
I got 3 people on my list.
That's just my one side of family.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Squid Game, the challenge, dividing people after the finale happened last night. Here's a little bit of what went down. This is spoiler-free, Maury? Yeah. Correct? Okay, here we go. What's happening here?
You have won $4.56 million.
Damn. Were they at
That
least
really was
Shem's-
spoiler-free.
Oh, and Shem, I know. I didn't even know what the hell was going on there. Shem's shaking his head, very disappointed.
It doesn't even matter what happens. Don't worry about it. You're good.
Damn. I'm going to watch it. I was real invested in that show.
So
I
does
just
that mean
didn't-
because I didn't want, I waited.
It's renewed for a second season, by the way.
Because I didn't watch any of the episodes.
Yeah.
So I waited for this one to drop last night so I could just binge.
Yeah.
But if you guys saying that the
Watch them.
I
Watch
loved
them. It's
it.
good.
That
It's good.
sucks.
It's
I
a good
loved
show.
it.
It's a really good show.
Yeah, fart on that finale.
Wow.
Damn, Shem.
Yo, you're sick to my stomach.
That's Shem's message. to the folks at Squid Game, the challenge finale.
Wow, suck it up.
Yo,
your
you're
ass.
sick to my stomach.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Owning an exotic car apparently does make you more attractive and sexually appealing to the opposite sex. Both men and women viewed a person of the opposite sex as more attractive if they owned an expensive car. New data has showed, quote, premium car ownership not only seems to make you more attractive to people, it also makes the owner themselves believe that they are more attractive and socially superior.
Well, a 2011 Yaris is exotic because there's not many left.
That is not accurate. Sometimes when there's not a lot of things left, there's a reason for it, you know?
Safety. Also, more you're married. You can't participate.
you
Like,
know
bro,
what I mean?
why?
It says it is likely that individuals with premium cars, Maury, were considered more attractive due to the potential benefits associated with high status. So
I paid extra for the spoiler.
The spoiler on the Yaris. Right. I forgot about the spoiler on the Yaris.
Makes the car go faster.
Yeah. Mocha, Pilot Nation.
Yeah?
Yeah. When you crawl into that baby, how do you feel?
Amazing.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, look at this. 7-seater.
Cheerios on the floor.
Right. Booster seat in the back. Airbags everywhere, so you know it's going to be safe.
Oh, right.
Right? Upgraded.
Yes.
To have the ability to put a rack on top of the vehicle.
Forget about it.
Wow. Right?
Forget about it.
So I bought that extra.
You did.
Paid the extra.
Of course you did.
Right? For those long family road trips where we
Yes,
need
sir.
the extra space.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yeah.
Vehicle big enough to fit 2 dogs.
Yeah. You got snow mats in that thing too?
Snow?
Yeah.
Snow and spring.
Oh, damn. Maria, when you see a guy in a hot car, is it more attractive to you?
I mean, like, I guess, yeah.
Right out the gate.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
This is wild. So all the cars that are being stolen across the country, but especially in Ontario and especially in Toronto, you start thinking, like, how can this happen? And when you think of like VIN numbers getting changed on cars and all of this stuff, you're like, people at Service Ontario have to be in on it, right? There have to be people on the inside. So Toronto police yesterday arrested 7 people and laid over 70 charges in an ongoing auto theft investigation that involved Service Ontario employees conspiring with car thieves.
Here's my question. Are these people, were they in the organization before and then they got a job with Service Ontario, or working at Service Ontario and then approached by someone within the organization saying, if you help us out, this is your cut?
Don't know, but they were accessing the computers. So employees were giving car thieves, they were looking up specific vehicles in the system and then telling the car thieves where the people live that own those cars, so they could literally just go to their house and steal it. They wouldn't have to go cruising. They wouldn't have to be in a public parking lot. They would just wait for the person to get home. And then that they were then they were giving bad fake VIN numbers to people who had doing ownership transfers, so those cars didn't actually exist, and then those cars could be stolen.
Damn.
Like, that's
how many
a
people
wreck.
at Service Ontario?
7 people, 70 charges. That's a lot of people. That's not one.
That's a whole operation.
Yeah, that's not one. That's not like one guy, who's got like a buddy who, hustled him into it kind of thing. This was
a business.
7 people.
Were they all at one Service Ontario, or were they like different across like
all over Oshawa,
Oh, no.
Markham, Vaughan, Toronto.
That's so scary. So scary.
Jeez.
Right?
Jeez.
That like the Service Ontario clerk is the one telling thieves where you live.
So
and
now
what you
that
drive.
this story is out there, everyone going to Service Ontario for their vehicle today is going to be looking at every single teller. Suspect.
Or recording it.
Yes.
Or recording it. Yeah. Good
Yes.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Somebody sent me this story and asked if Maury was the only person they polled. Contrary to women who apparently change their panties after every wear, according to a new study, 20% of men only change their underpants once a week.
That's disgusting.
20%. 20%.
Very high number. You are all disgusting. All 20% of y'all are disgusting.
5% claim that they will stretch this to 2 and 3 weeks.
That's so gross. That's gross. You're nasty.
I would never go that far.
Nasty.
You have gone farther than a week, Maury.
What?
No, but not 2 weeks.
What day is today?
Day 4.
Day 4. Day 4. As for what, do you wear pajamas?
Yes.
Mocha, when you go to
I
bed?
wear, like not traditional, like lounge pants.
When it was lounge pants, pajamas.
So yeah, pajama pants.
Okay. What do you wear under them?
Nothing.
No underpants.
No.
Okay, I'm just
Okay.
listen, I'm asking.
Or sometimes I wear shorts.
How often do you change how often will you wear sleepwear before you wash it?
Like 5 to 7 days.
5 to 7 days. So you'll sleep in the same stuff 5 to 7 days.
Yeah.
Right. Maria?
I like sleeping clothes, like sleeping stuff.
Yeah.
I change it almost every other day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I have like a
40
rotation of things that I change.
Yeah, same. I'm the same. Like if on Monday I'm wearing like pajama pants, like on Tuesday I may wear shorts to bed. But then on Wednesday I may go back to those Mondays.
Okay.
I change my
Right?
pajama bottoms when they start to smell.
Oof. 44% of people wear the same pajamas for 1 week before throwing them in the wash.
Yeah.
That seems weird to me. So, like, you'll wear pajamas for a week with nothing on underneath them, but it's gross if somebody wears the same underpants 2 days in a row.
I know, that's a hypocritical thing.
No, not at all.
No?
No, because when you are out in the world, you're out doing things, maybe getting sweaty.
Yeah.
Right?
True. Yeah.
But you go to the bathroom, you go to the bathroom, right? Or in Maury's case, you'll like go to the gym in those undies, go home, take a shower, and then still put those undies on for the day, and then wear them the next day.
I usually change my underwear when the dog starts running around with it. That's where I draw the line.
There's so much DNA. Those things probably run around themselves.
That's so gross. That is so gross, guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Diddy is now facing a fourth sexual assault lawsuit, this time by a woman who claims that she was trafficked back in 2003 when she was 17. The plaintiff, identified as Jane Doe, alleges that she was flown on a private jet from Michigan to Diddy's recording studio in New York, where he assaulted her, and then 3 other people did in Diddy's entourage as well, including the then president of Bad Boy Entertainment. The woman decided to come forward after reading about the other lawsuit that was filed by Cassandra Ventura, also known as the R&B singer Cassie, who accused Combs of raping her and assault over the course of a decade. Diddy has finally released a statement, and if you remember, he settled that suit with Cassie with cash out of court with non-disclosure agreements, and that
Like
was
a week, right?
Yeah, and now there's 3 more he's facing. So he issued a statement saying, "Enough is enough. For the last couple of weeks, I have sat silently and watched people try to assassinate my character, destroy my reputation and my legacy. Sickening allegations have been made against me by individuals looking for a quick payday. Let me be absolutely clear. I did not do any of the awful things being alleged. I will fight for my name, my family, and for the truth." So that is Diddy's statement on all of this.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The ladies on The Social yesterday or the day before on CTV, I don't know if you saw this, Mocha. They were talking about how reporters on red carpets, and you see them all over social media, you know how they use those little tiny microphones now? Have you seen those stupid little things?
Yeah.
Right? Well, people are
The
using
lav
them.
mics, right?
No, it's like a miniature microphone.
Oh.
It looks like you know what I mean, right, Maria?
Yeah. They look like microphones, but they look like they've been shrunk.
Yes,
they're
look
really
like,
small.
They're really
like toys.
It's a mini microphone, right? And then that's what they're using on red carpets. And I guess they were having this conversation of what people use on red carpets, and then they start talking about, damn it, Maury with his. Remember, he used to wear the head cam.
Yeah.
It was a bicycle helmet with a camera on the top of it. It was all wonky and crooked and stuff. So here's The Social.
There is a reporter in the city of Toronto, so if you listen to the radio, then you know who Dammit Maury is. Maury Sherman, and he has his famous helmet cam, and so he literally shows up and interviews people like Madonna with a bicycle helmet, some kind of GoPro something on his head, and now that is a real mic attached to it. But what happens is in the sea of all the legitimate journalists with their fancy things, people look at him and go, "I must talk to him."
He's got a bike helmet on,
Everybody talks to Maury. Yeah. So mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Right? Mission accomplished.
Unless they have something serious to say, then they're not talking to the helmet.
Maybe not. Good point. Very good point. All right, it is time for a quick break here.
Okay. First of all,
yes,
real quick to the
Yes.
ladies on the social.
Yes.
Thanks for showing love to Dammit Maury. We are the Roz and Mocha Show, by the way.
I know they get
All right,
stuff
we're the
going
Roz and
on.
Mocha Show. 14 plus years. Pretty big name.
Yes, that's true.
The Social, right? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Okay.
So here is, speaking of, we put together a montage here. So here is some of the classic reaction to Maury's headcam. You're going to hear Jennifer Aniston, I believe Joseph Gordon-Levitt's in there, Jake Gyllenhaal, Morgan Freeman. So here are some of the reactions on red carpets.
Jennifer Aniston, how are you? So beautiful.
Where have you just biked in from?
Very busy in Toronto.
Is that what you're doing? Or are you just biking?
No, I don't even own a bike. My doctor won't let me.
So what's happening?
We're filming this.
Oh, you are? So adorable.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, good to see you again, buddy.
See you, sir.
This movie was my favorite of the festival. Congratulations.
Sorry, I'm overwhelmed and checking out your equipment here, my man.
Oh, excuse
Drew Barrymore, how are you?
Hey.
Hi, how are you? I'd say it's a hands-free approach. I like a fanny pack. You go a whole other route.
Morgan Freeman, how are you?
Hey, what the hell you think you're doing?
Like a multitask.
Multitasking.
Can I tell you something?
I thought maybe you had your GoPro up here.
Jake Gyllenhaal, babe, how are you, man?
Yeah, good. The thing about you is you just from afar. I can't think about anything else besides you. Whenever I look over.
I wish every man would say that about me.
Yeah, well, there you go. Literally, I can't think about any. When I turn around and I see you, I'm like, oh wait, and I can't get my eye off of you. So
wow,
dun. You should play some music under that Jake Gyllenhaal run.
Can't stop. I have to see you.
I saw you from afar. I can't get you out of my mind. Excuse me.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Part of that big interview Taylor Swift did with Time Magazine for being their Person of the Year, they went over everything in that interview, and she sort of re-put Kim Kardashian on blast for. Remember when Kim leaked that phone call between Taylor and Kanye over that track? So this is what Taylor Swift said to Time. She goes, "You have a fully manufactured frame job in an illegally recorded phone call, which Kim Kardashian edited and then put out for everyone to hear that I was a liar. That took me down psychologically to a place I've never been before. I moved to a foreign country. I didn't leave a rental house for a year. I was afraid to get on phone calls. I pushed away most people in my life because I didn't trust anyone anymore. I went down really, really hard." And by the way, Kim has still not said sorry for the ordeal. But according to one source that talked to TMZ, they said that Taylor Swift would accept a public apology if Kim were to make one. The closest Kim got was in 2020 when Taylor brought it back up again and COVID was happening. And then Kim took offense to her bringing this back up during COVID. But Kim also said at the time, to be clear, the only issue I ever had around this situation was that Taylor lied through her publicist, who stated that Kanye never called to ask permission. They clearly spoke, so I let you see that. Nobody ever denied the B word was used without permission. So I guess she just disagrees with what Taylor is actually mad at. That was a whole thing, huh?
Terrible.
Remember the snake? Everybody's using snake emojis. Who was getting the snake emoji? Kim or Taylor at that time? Was it Taylor getting the snake emoji?
A lot of people were just putting all the blame on Taylor. I feel like at that time, though.
Right. Yeah, I kind of remember it that way, too.
Like, I feel like everyone was like, yeah, like, from what I remember, like, a lot of people were, like, agreeing with Kanye at first, even though it was so wrong.
Because the footage was of Kanye sitting in the studio, and he's on speakerphone with Taylor Swift.
Right,
and he's explaining, here's how the song's going to play out.
So they set it up in a way.
Yeah, and she was like, yeah, no, I hear you, I see the vision.
Right. And then when the song came out, it was like, I could have had sex with Taylor Swift, and I made that
B-word famous.
Famous, right? That's what it was. Yes, that song. What a trash song, too, right?
Mm-hmm.
All that for that.
Hold on.
All that.
Hold on. Is that
what?
More trash than this Kanye song?
Whoopity scoop. Scoopty dee whoop. Whoopty scoopty poop. Poopty scoopty.
Like he's done, right? Kanye's been done for a long time.
Poop diddy whoop scoop. Poop. Poop. Scoop diddy whoop. Whoop diddy scoop.
Hey.
Whoop diddy scoop.
Chef, stop getting into this.
That kind of slaps, man.
Stop.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10
on Kiss 92.5.
KISS925.com.
Or download the Kiss 92.5 app.